Yo, what's up? Remember me? Yeah, I haven't been around much lately, but that's just because I haven't been around much lately. That's something that you gotta deal with because I wasn't here, and I don't care. I'm back now, episode number 8, I believe. I certainly hope I'm right. I don't even remember what frickin' number it is, but episode 8, Mike Siciliano Show. I am the resident pain in the ass. I am the resident maniac. I am the self-proclaimed king of all of Italy. Thank you very much, Mr. Andy Knowles, the power, formerly of the Pro Wrestling Rewind, and general internet savvy entrepreneur. Let's call it that as we see it. And it's time to shut up and get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. Episode 8. Ladies and gentlemen, I am up. I'm back in the saddle. TLC is approaching. There is a lot to talk about. So let's not screw around. Let's get right down to business. We have 2 weeks before TLC, and we have already, we have 5 matches ready to go. What the hell is going on here? I'll tell you exactly what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. WWE is hurting for pay-per-view buys. WWE has to finally, and I think has finally gotten it through their skull, that they need to build up matches. So we've got 5, count them, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 matches on the card already. And we still have 3 more shows to go before bell time for TLC. Now, I'll get to the real reason why we're talking about this card and this pay-per-view and this match later on in the show. First things first, I need to address what the deal is with these handicap matches. I don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, we got problems between CM Punk and The Shield and Daniel Bryan and the Wyatts. But I don't get the 3-on-1 business. Unless they plan on something significant happening offensively for both Punk and Bryan, these matches should be destruction. Now, I would like, and I think it's necessary, to see both of these matches get a stipulation during this pay-per-view, maybe even go so crazy as to put them both as TLC matches, because with weapons, Bryan and Punk stand a chance. If not, you know they're going to get destroyed. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the questions on the table are very simple. Do you want to see Punk and Bryan fall? Because there's no way they're beating 3 men. You think Daniel Bryan at 180 pounds is beating Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt? You think that's happening? No, not going to happen. And let's not talk about probably the best tag team on the planet in the modern era, The Shield, going up against Punk. I love Punk. I love Bryan. I want to see these 2 guys succeed. But this is even monumental for a guy like Big Show. And you're going to put both of these guys in these type of matches without giving them something to work with, something that might be able to stir the tides. I mean, Punk said it best. He's going down. It's just a matter of who he takes with him. You know what? Unless this thing turns super ugly, it's going to be ugly to watch. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see ugly to watch on a pay-per-view. We all have seen how many times the Shield have taken out guys in 3-on-1 matches. We've seen what happened on 4-on-1 matches, and even so much as 6 and God knows what else. 3-on-1 matches in a pay-per-view scare me. Is it possible that something good could come out of this? Of course it's possible, and probably likely, and I'm probably talking out of my ass, which wouldn't be the first time, and it sure as hell won't be the last. The thing, though, that has to be said, and I can't say it enough, is I have to see something more out of these 2 matches. I have to see some step. I have to see something go down in the build over the last 3 shows in order for these matches to give the interest that I need to see to going into the pay-per-view. Do I want to see the matches? Of course I do. I want to see if this might be the tease for the final tease to begin the eventual breakup of the Shield. And as much as I don't want to see it, I getting the feeling that you might see D. Bryan turn into the next member of the Wyatt family. I don't want to see Bryan turn into a puppet. I don't want to see Bryan turn into a lackey for Bray Wyatt, but I love the Wyatt family gimmick so much that I actually won't turn around and say anything bad about it. But this is all speculation. The bottom line on what I'm saying right now is I need steps for these two handicap matches, other than the fact that they're 3-on-1. I need to see something to give the one a chance to get somewhere in these two contests. Having trouble with the board, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. What is wrong here, ladies and gentlemen? Great. Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was probably the worst couple of seconds of my entire 8 episodes of doing this podcast. Dead air and me certainly saying great, while trying to punch in a couple of things on a board. You know what I have to say about all of that?
Let me hear you scream.
Thank you very much for making me sound like an idiot. Oh, it's not the first time. It won't be the last. AJ Lee versus Natalya for the Divas title. Ladies and gentlemen, if Natalya does not win the Divas Championship at this contest, you need to tell me who the hell is going to beat AJ. I love AJ. Hotter than a pistol, excellent talent, technically sound, one evil daughter of a you-know-what, and she's carried the whole division. But it's time for her to drop. It's time for her to be the hunted. Excuse me, the hunter, not the hunted. It looks like Natalya will get the belt here, but the facts are the facts. Every time we thought that AJ was going to drop, she doesn't. So the questions remain: what is WWE going to do with the Divas Championship? Every single story seems to point to AJ losing, and then all of a sudden, at the absolute last possible second, she wins. You know, sitting here babbling, I do have an idea that comes into my head that makes me think that AJ might come out of this. It's possible. I have no proof, but it's possible that Tamina helps AJ win here. AJ gets cocky about Tamina helping her win the match. Tamina turns on AJ, and we start a build of Tamina versus AJ to the Rumble, where Tamina wins the belt at the Rumble. That's a possibility. So maybe, considering Natalya's had a shot already at the belt recently and didn't come up short, maybe that might be the answer. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen. One thing's for certain, though, it's unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen right here. And that is good for business. Oh, look at my nice transition musically, huh? Don't it sound professional? Don't it sound just beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, God, I sound like hell, and I'm sitting here doing a frickin' podcast. What am I thinking? Yes, I could dig deep and go with something that not many people know, as in Avenged Sevenfold. Hail to the King. Hail to the King of all of Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I just found my new theme song. Intercontinental Champion Biggie Langston versus Damian Sandow for the title. First things first. Dolph Ziggler, I feel your pain. My God, I feel your pain. You go through two 2 ridiculous gimmick matches, win one, lose one, and then lose to Sandow in a quest to become Intercontinental Champion. You're a 2-time world champion. Your talent is monumentally better than Sandow's, and yet Sandow gets the shot a couple of weeks after taking Cena to the limit and dropping the Money in the Bank contract. Big E wins this match relatively easily. Obviously, it's going to be competitive. It's a pay-per-view match. It's a title match. But there's no way Big E is dropping this belt right now, especially to a guy who had the Money in the Bank for as long as he did and did not get the job done. Bothers me tremendously that Dolph Ziggler is being buried the way he's being. Damien Sandow, I think he's getting this just as a bone since he was forced to drop the Money in the Bank the way he did, being only the second man in history to drop Money in the Bank after winning the briefcase. Well, time to get started on the prospects of what's going on for the main event. World Heavyweight Champion John Cena, WWE Champion Randy Orton, tables, ladders, chairs for the unified championship. Okay, first things first, let's get right down to something off the top. Did anybody else think that the vote that they did on Raw as to how to name the champion after TLC, anybody else think that that vote was absolutely putrid? Not to mention the fact that the undisputed WWE champion, they already used that line. What did they call Jericho when they merged the WCW title with the WWE title? What did they call Jericho? Newsflash, the undisputed WWE champion. Oh my God, was that vote dumb. So the unified championship, Orton and Cena TLC. Anybody else think that putting Cena in a TLC match so soon after his injury is not the best idea? Anybody else think that? No? Well, most of you all hate Cena's guts. So what the hell do I expect you guys to think? Cena in a TLC match is a good draw because Cena knows how to compete in a TLC match. Ask Edge back in Toronto when Edge took a dive through 2 tables. But Cena in a TLC match so soon after being out for 2 months with the tricep, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. But it shows the desperation WWE is presently dealing with wanting to get matches on pay-per-view. Do you honestly think that this particular match would be happening right now if the pay-per-view buys were decent? Do you think so? Hey, I got it right! Oh my God, I got it right! Everybody sit back and absolutely just love the fact that I fucking got something right for a change on this podcast. But this tells you how raw and how personal I'm going to keep this thing, that I'm not going to sit here and do 6 tries. If I screw up, well, I'm no pro. I'm just a fan with an opinion. Now, as I said before, anybody who thinks that this match was put on this card just because this is storyline driven is full of shit. This match was put on this card because they are desperate to try and build up a storyline that will eventually lead to WrestleMania. And also, I believe this wholeheartedly. There is no way, and I mean no way, there's no way